What's good, everybody? Today I'm doing this little video. It's not gonna be a long video. I just wanted to kind of like hit on a couple of things. Um, as y'all know, Anthony Edwards, the famous ball player, he is going through the loops right now. Basically, he ain't even going through the loops at this point because the loops already been stretched out pool, baby. They done already figured it out. Okay. So what happened is um Anthony Edwards, he's dealing with a woman. The woman that he's dealing with is little baby's first baby mother. And basically he ended up getting this girl pregnant. And he didn't want the child, obviously. He didn't want the child, and they went and did the DNA test and everything and found out that the child is his. So, knowing that the child is his, he had an option of whether he want to be in his child's life or whether he don't want to be in the child's life. Okay? So, with that being said, you know, those are the choices that he has. And the woman could also be in agreement with this, whether she wants to keep the child or knowing that the father doesn't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Do she want to keep the child or do she want to not keep the child? Basically, either get it aborted, which I wouldn't recommend, or give it up for adoption. Best case scenario. Okay. So I'm gonna read this little article or whatever, and then I'm not gonna put too much emphasis on it, and then we're just gonna continue on. Anthony Edwards, the Minnesota Timberwolves star shooting guard, has recently been involved in a complex paternity and child support case with Aisha, I think that's what her name is, or Aisha Howard. Howard, who is also known as the mother of rapper Lil Baby's first son, has filed legal documents alleging that Edward is the father of her daughter, Aubri Summers, born in October 2024. In the course of legal proceedings, Howard presented alleged text messages in which Edwards urged her to get an abortion. Upon learning of her pregnancy, these messages have been submitted as evidence in the ongoing case. The court sided with Edwards, ruling that the case should be heard in Georgia. A DNA test has reportedly confirmed Edward as the father of Aubri Summers. Despite this, Edwards has expressed that he does not seek custody or visitation rights. Very clear with that. Okay. The situation adds to previous controversy surrounding Edwards, including allegations from another woman who claimed he offered her $100,000 to terminate her pregnancy. Edward has chosen to handle these personal matters privately and has not publicly commented further. Okay. As of now, the legal proceedings between Anthony Edwards and Aisha Howard continues with upcoming court dates expected to address the unresolved issues. Okay. So basically, what we got here is we got a man that don't want to be involved in this child's life, which is understandable for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? He do have other children. We have a woman that, you know what I'm saying, she either knew that this child was his and she knew that it was his and he was telling her at this point in time like, "Hey, don't keep the baby," whatever the case may be. And the girl decided that she was still gonna keep the baby, which is crazy and also kind of a little bit selfish. But at the same time, I don't know their situation. I wasn't there with them in the bedroom. Okay, I wasn't there. Okay, so my thoughts on this is this, because I just talked about a situation where, like, I did a little episode of Small Talk where we talked about, women want to be too proud to stick around. Okay. Now, this girl, she already got a child by another celebrity. I'm pretty sure she getting paid by a little baby. Okay. And now she's about to have or she just had a child by this other celebrity who is a basketball player, making more money than Lil Baby, I would assume. In this case, I find it like, I look at it like this, because if it wasn't the case, then they wouldn't be going to court trying to see who the father. She want to know, she knows that he's the father or whatever the case may be, and he knew that he was gonna be the father also, or he wouldn't have tried to tell her like, hey, don't have this baby, get the baby aborted or whatever, because he's not trying to be in the. He already made that clear when you were pregnant and y'all found out that y'all were pregnant that he wasn't trying to be a father to this child. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, we wasn't in the bedroom with them, but I would assume that they was doing the bang bang diggity diggity raw. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They was doing they knocking the boots raw, okay? You know what I'm saying? Not using protection. If you knew you didn't want to have children outside of the girlfriend or outside of the relationship that you already have, I don't know why you would have unprotected intimacy. I don't know why you would be intimate and be unprotected at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it is your fault because you had a choice. You could have used protection, or you could have just, did something else aside from the baby making part. Okay? You could have used protection. That's number one. You could have used protection. You knew you didn't want to have another child. You knew you were an upcoming ball player and everything. You know that you got a lot to lose, and yet you still decided to do this without having protection. Knowing that women are greedy, especially when it comes to men that have some money, they trying to get you for all you got, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So now you're going to be taking care of the rest of your children, and you're going to be having to pay this money. But at the end of the day, like decisions, you have decisions. People have decisions. You make your own decisions. And the outcome of those decisions are whatever the outcomes are. You know what I'm saying? So, but in her case, also, you know what I'm saying, being that she already dealing with a superstar or a celebrity, you know what I'm saying, like Lil Baby. I'm pretty sure, like I said, she probably getting paid from that, child support from that, and now she about to be a whole new baby. She finna stay leveled up on her money, basically. I mean, she just came up on the bag again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people that is in that world. When I say that world, I mean like the people that's in these celebrities. I don't know why y'all act like if you get somebody knocked up that ain't already had their own and ain't have nothing going for themselves before you came into their life or before you put them on, why would you think that they not gonna allow the same thing to happen again? Like, you just knocked me up. No, I'm not about to get rid of this baby. And she could have. But now she gotta live. She gonna enjoy her time with having these kids and getting paid the little child support. It ain't gonna be little child support, but she gonna get paid child support from having this baby with this guy or whatever, with Anthony Edwards or whatever, and she's gonna get paid. But at the same time, just don't be selfish. I feel like at this point, like if a man tell you that he don't want to have a child with you, and you decide, and this is why they doing this abortion stuff, speculation. I'm gonna say this is speculation, because they saying that speculation is that Trump just signed something that is, I don't know how true it is, but he just signed something where, hey, if you end up having a baby and you wasn't trying to have it, it was unprotected sex, you get fined or you go to jail or something like that. I don't really know. But they putting all this stuff into order and stuff like that, and then you want to go and do something like this, where this man is telling you he don't want to have this child, even though both of y'all had a decision to make. She could have been like, "Nah, let's use protection." He could have said the same thing. Being that he's a superstar, he should have been using protection anyway. But I wasn't there with them. I don't know what happened. They could have been out there on a whim or something. They could have been out in the car. Who knows? I don't know. But if you had time enough to think about it and plan it, baby, you had time enough to do what needed to be done. So anyway, in her case, when these women be having these kids, if this man told you that he didn't want to have children, why would you still continue on and trying to involve him? At this point, now it's your choice. He's telling you he's not going to be there. He's telling you he don't want to visit the child. He don't want to, basically you going to raise this child on your own. I'm going to give you this money and you going to be miserable raising this child on your own. Oh, well, you thinking you winning. You think you're winning because, you had this child and you're getting paid child support. But at the same time, now the child is suffering because they don't have the father in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when y'all do that, like what do y'all be thinking? Like what do y'all be thinking when y'all do that? Like I'm gonna have this kid either way, and then your first thought is because there's people that do this. It's people that have children and they ain't even getting the type of child support these celebrity people be getting. You know what I'm saying? Or these people that just came up on celebrities. Like y'all be doing this for a little measly little $100 and something dollars or $200, depending on how much money the man bringing in, baby. It ain't even worth it. Definitely not worth it. Okay. So I'm just saying, like, when y'all do that, I feel like y'all are really being selfish. Now, if this man say he don't want to be in the child's life, okay. If he just chooses to help out, then because you decided I'm not, different beliefs. People believe different things. You know what I'm saying? So if your belief is I don't believe in having an abortion or something like that, okay, we understand that, and that is also your choice. You have a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to give my child up for adoption. Okay, you have a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna. This is gonna be a lot of controversy, and I know y'all gonna be talking about. Well, he laid down with me and had this child with me, so he needs to be. But he telling you that he don't want to raise another child. He don't want to have a child with you. If that's the case, I mean, whatever it may be. I mean, he's voicing his opinion and he's letting you know that he don't want to have another child. But for you to continue on and want to be like, well, I'm still gonna have this kid. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Okay, well, if you deciding and you're making that type of choice, then you should be making a choice also to be saying, hey, since you're gonna keep this child, or since I'm gonna keep this child, I put myself in a position, because if that's gonna be my case, baby, that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep this child because I don't believe in abortion type stuff, and I don't want to give it up for adoption unless I have to. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't capable of doing what I need to do, then I might get a child up for adoption. I mean, those are just options on the table. But if I'm gonna tell myself like, yeah, I'm keeping this child, and I'm gonna tell the man I'm keeping this child, blah 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 blah. Well then, baby, I'm expecting I'm pretty sure that I'm able and capable of raising this child on my own. I don't need your assistance. I'm not looking for you to give me any type of assistance, like coming in here and I'm about to go put you straight on child support because this baby is yours, you know it's yours, and this and that and the other. You already went into this knowing that the child was his, and you wanted to go to court to get the DNA test, which is fine. I mean, y'all both knew whose it was, but it's just like you going to court to do that just so you could put him on child support, because now you look at that as some type of financial support for yourself. Half the time, y'all don't be doing nothing with this money. It don't be for the kids. Y'all be doing it for yourselves to, again, y'all be doing this for yourselves just so y'all can have a certain type of lifestyle. And I'm not talking about no regular schmegular old women out here, because we not talking about y'all. Y'all not getting that type of money. And if you are, then we talking about you if that's why you doing it. But a lot of people not doing it for that. But you could tell like where the situation's is going with her. You already did it with Lil Baby. Now you about to do it with him or whatever. And it's just like at some point, like y'all, you know that you can use protection. Just like y'all be going into this thing like, yep, I'm about to get him knocked up. I'm about to trap him. Like y'all be going into it like that. And I don't understand why the dudes don't already be thinking like that, especially when you know you getting money. Like if you know you getting money, you should already know what, like you should be where the women man at. I'm about to come up on the bag. Oh, he finna do it raw. Yeah, we finna come up on the bag. That's just how it is. But I don't see how y'all could be so selfish to think like, hey, I'm still gonna keep this child whether you want to be in it or not, and I'm gonna get child support. I'm putting you on child support, and okay, but now you on child support and you still miserable, and then somebody else is gonna come around there and knock you up again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like now you got these children and their father's not in their lives, and then this man right here, he's telling you straight up like I don't want to be in the child's life. It's as simple as that. Like y'all gotta stop doing that. Stop doing that. If you know you ain't trying to have no kids, or you know that you looking at it as a come up, like I'm about to get paid every month or whatever the case may be, every 2 weeks, however much this man get paid, I'm finna get this. Stop doing that, because you're putting the child. You know what I'm saying? You just, it's not right for the child to just grow up with just one parent. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not. They should be growing up with both of their with both of their parents in their lives. Parents, unless that parent has said, "Hey, I ain't gonna be in that child's life," or the parent died or something like that, or some type of cause, like the child should be growing up with both of their parents. But this ain't no fairy tale world that we live in, so I can't really just say like, yeah, well, the child's supposed to whatever the case may be. But if you know that the man already told you he ain't trying to have no children, baby, why is you still out here trying to put him on child support, and you know you had a chance or a choice? You know what you want to do. You wanted to keep the child, well, you're gonna have to raise the child on your own. I mean, it's as simple as that. But that's just me and my opinions. Don't knock me over the head, baby. I'm just saying. You want to have the baby, baby, you're gonna have to be able to take care of it on your own. You know what I'm saying? I pitch in when I can, but all the whole child support thing, you putting them on child support, you trying to go to extra measure because you trying to get extra money. If you knew if he gonna pitch in, which I'm pretty sure if she would have talked about it, he would have pitched in without having to be on child support. You know what I'm saying? He would have helped out. He probably wouldn't visit the child and nothing like that, because he already said he don't want to see the child, and he already don't want to be in the child's life and stuff like that. He like forget all the visitation and stuff. So I'm pretty sure he would have been like, all right, well then look, I do it like this. I send this and that and the other. Hell, just the threat of child support, he would have been like, yeah, well, all right, well look, I'm gonna give you this and I'm gonna give you that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to put him on child support. Now he has a stipulation to follow, and I mean that's just what it is. But again, he made a stupid choice. Also, you laid down with this woman, and now you got to take care of your responsibilities, whether you want to or not. At this point, even if you didn't want to be in the girl's life, you know what I'm saying? You could have still just been like, all right, well, if you're gonna keep the child, then I'll be there and help you out, do this and that and the other. But I'm not trying to be in this child's life like that. I don't really know how these type of conversations go. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm just saying these are scenarios. Is like, how did this play out in y'all head? Like, how did this happen? How did this go? I want to know what the conversation was like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me something. But other than that, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how these conversations go. But if it went anywhere, like, if the conversation was already going downhill when he said what he said, like, you should have already known. But this is just small talk, girls talk. Like it or leave it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Period.